All right, let's talk about something we all dream of, passive income. The idea of making money in your sleep. But what does it actually take to make that happen? Today, we're going to peel back the layers, separate the hype from the hustle, and see what it really takes to build a real passive income stream.
I mean, this is the whole pitch, isn't it? This is the dream. The idea that you can have an income stream just flowing in without having to clock in and out of a job every single day. It's about financial freedom. It's about finally decoupling your time from the money you earn.
But then, there's this. And if you've ever tried to get into this stuff, this might feel a little too real. You end up in this frustrating loop, just watching endless videos, reading countless blogs, but you never actually start anything that makes a single dollar. It can feel completely paralyzing. Okay, so this is where we need to hit the brakes and reframe the whole conversation. The single biggest misunderstanding about passive income, it's that word passive. It does not mean nothing. It's really all about shifting when you do the work. In this definition right here really nails it. Look at that key phrase, a prior investment. That's the whole game. Passive income isn't something you just find. It's the result of work you've already put in or money you've already invested.
Think about it like this. A regular 9 to 5, that's active work. You trade an hour of your time today. You get paid for an hour today. Simple. The work for passive income, though, that's totally different. You're putting in the work or the money now for a potential payoff way down the road. Okay, so to stop this from feeling totally overwhelming, let's just boil it all down to two simple paths. You're either going to invest your money or you're going to invest your time. That's it. So you got to ask yourself, what do you have more of right now? Path 1 is for when you have some capital. You use that money to buy assets, things like dividend stocks that literally pay you to own them. Path 2, on the other hand, that's when you don't have a lot of cash, but you've got skills and you've got time. You use that to build an asset from scratch, like, say, selling a digital product.
All right, let's dig into path number 1, investing your money. How do you get your cash to stop just sitting there and actually start working for you?
And a super classic way to do this is with dividend investing. It's actually pretty straightforward. You buy a piece of a big established company, and as a thank you for being an owner, they send you a slice of their profits on a regular basis.
Now, if you start looking into this, you're going to see this term dividend yield everywhere. All it is really is a simple way to see a return. So if a stock costs $100 and it pays you $3 a year in dividends, your yield is 3%. Simple as that.
Okay, but the yield isn't the whole story. You have to look at the payout ratio. This is so important. It basically tells you if the dividend is safe. If a company is paying out like 95% of every dollar it makes, well, there's no cushion left. If they have a bad year, that dividend could be the first thing to go. A lower, healthier number is what you want to see. So what's the playbook here? You're looking for consistency. You want companies that have a long history of not just paying dividends, but increasing them every single year. You'll hear about groups like Dividend Kings and Aristocrats. These are the champs that have been doing it for decades. But honestly, the real magic isn't just getting paid. It's about compounding. Most platforms let you automatically reinvest those dividends to buy more shares, which then pay you even more dividends. It's like a tiny money-making snowball that just gets bigger and bigger over time. Okay, what if you like the idea of real estate income, but you don't actually want to be a landlord dealing with tenants and toilets? Well, there's something for that. They're called REITs, or real estate investment trusts. Think of them as giant companies that own and manage huge portfolios of property, and you can buy a tiny piece of them, just like a stock. Yeah, so this lets you own a tiny slice of things you could never buy on your own. We're talking shopping malls, massive office buildings, huge apartment complexes. You get to be a part owner in all of it. And the perks here are pretty awesome. First off, by law, they have to pay out most of their income to you, the shareholder. That usually means really nice high dividend yields. And it's liquid. You can sell your shares anytime. Plus, you've got pros managing everything, and you're instantly diversified across tons of properties. It's about as hands-off as real estate investing gets.
Okay, let's switch gears and talk about path 2, investing your time and your skills. This one's for anyone who's thinking, I don't have a pile of cash to invest, but I'm willing to build something. And honestly, this can be the most rewarding path of them all. And I absolutely love this because it gets to the heart of it. Forget the get-rich-quick nonsense. The real goal is just to start. Make something small. That first $12, that's not just $12, that's proof. It's proof that you can create something once and it can pay you again and again. That's a huge breakthrough moment.
So here's a super simple 3-step plan to get started. Step 1. What's one little thing you know how to do? Maybe you're a whiz at spreadsheets, or you've got a cool photo editing style. Step 2. Turn that skill into a simple digital thing, a template, a preset, a short little guide. And step 3. Put it up for sale somewhere like Etsy. But here's the real key to this path, the big idea: scalability. When you provide a service, you're still trading your time for money. But a digital product, you build it once. That one template can be sold 10 times, 100 times, thousands of times, with no extra work from you. That is the incredible power of creating your own digital asset.
Okay, we have to talk about this. Because where there's a dream like passive income, you better believe there are people trying to exploit it. This whole space can be incredibly noisy, so you've got to know how to spot the scams. And these are the big ones to watch out for. Anyone promising you'll get rich quick with huge returns? Run. High-pressure sales telling you have to act now? Huge red flag. If they can't clearly explain their business model, or if the main product seems to be just recruiting more people, get out of there. And be really, really careful of so-called gurus selling expensive courses. Look, it all comes down to this old saying. It's a cliche because it's true. Real, sustainable, passive income isn't something you just trip over. It's something you build, methodically, with that upfront investment of either your time or your money. There really are no shortcuts. And so that really brings us back to the most important question you can ask yourself, because we've established that passive income requires an investment. The choice isn't if you'll invest, but what you'll invest. So what's it going to be for you? Where are you going to start? With your time or with your money?